hear ye, gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling, featuring the Ron Simmons Black History Soundboard.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And
Welcome to the Nuck If You Buckingham Palace. As always, I am the thespian T.C. Fontaine, a.k.a. TCF Baby. Please say the baby. Joined by Young King Reek, House of Havoc, first of his name. Yes, sir.
What's up, y'all? What do you do?
We are back on this lovely Super Bowl Sunday. Make sure you get some of that Young Kings Wrestling merch at ykwrestling.com, Amazon Prime, where select styles are available. Go ahead, subscribe, and follow us on social media at YK Wrestling, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. And again, it is Super Bowl Sunday.
Is there?
On this lovely afternoon / evening. I know you got some bets open. How many bets you got open?
So I made technically 2 parlays, and then I got one little special that I'm doing on DraftKings. Then my mom's and them was like, "Hey, put me 10 on something on him." My pops was like, "Hey, throw 10 on this too." So I'm just a bookie over here right now, but we gonna see how it goes. I like them. They looking all right. Last time Chiefs and Eagles played the Super Bowl, I cashed out like 700. So,
hey, listen, I came up a little bit too. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I was I think I had like Dallas Goedert. That was my dude I had. Mm-hmm. He was going off. So like Dallas Goedert, the whole playoffs was just money. So
there you go, man.
Yeah, I wanna say this for the record. I have 0 bets open. I have had 0 bets open all season. So I just want to have that on record.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
You know the feds listening. Nigga, what money?
Oh, man. I wish I would have said that in October. God damn it.
Hey. Hey, I have 0 open, just in case anybody is wondering.
I hate
they be out here. I ain't gonna say who they is, but they be out here. For this year only, I've turned into one of them people that like only care about the halftime show. I give a fuck about these 2 teams. Honestly, I wish both teams lost. It's like, very unfortunate somebody has to win here.
Yeah, it's like this is the one of rare occasions where I ain't that dialed into the game, but halftime show gonna slap. And I usually don't watch the halftime show. Like, I think the last time, other than LA, where it was all about for us. It was for the niggas. Yeah. But before that, I think the last Super Bowl I watched, the halftime show I watched was Prince.
Damn.
Because it was like, that one was fire.
This man said Prince. That's 2 Beyonce halftime shows you'd have missed.
I mean,
Rihanna was kind of weak though.
But yeah, it wasn't really hitting like that. I did see the one 50 when Bruno Mars was showing up too. I saw a little bit of that.
That's one of them Beyonce ones I was talking about.
Yeah. But I wasn't dialed into it like that. One I sat through and watched after Prince was LA, because that was some special
I want to say
right
Prince was Chicago and Indianapolis. So that was way back then.
Oof. That was back in 06, 07?
07? Yeah. 06 season. Yup. And no, this halftime show is about to go crazy though. I'm waiting for that.
Man.
I'll wait on that.
I need that uncensored.
Facts.
FCC is not a fan of that, but you're going to have to understand it.
Hey, they said the FCC got their own censor and the NFL got their own censor. I'm going to need the Kendrick to find a way to circumvent one of them. At least for one salt.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, man, you got any Super Bowl memories involving your favorite team?
That's crazy. Oh,
I'll take that as a no.
That's foul.
Last Super Bowl, y'all was Super Bowl 3?
Man, listen.
That was
There may
56 years ago.
what to say. I may or may not have even. It was a generation beyond me that was young and little the last time that
Well,
the
that was
Jets
two
was in that type
generations
of
ago.
position. It was a
Two
while back.
generations ago. It's crazy. It was more like four, actually. We got what? It's two generations after us. So, like, yeah, it was about two generations ago, fam. From us, but we about 4 or 5 deep since then. Damn.
Uh,
That's crazy.
I don't know what to
That's
tell you,
crazy, bro.
man.
And y'all say I ain't bringing Aaron back neither.
I'm at the point where I don't really got much of a feeling either which way at this point because towards the end of the season he wasn't doing that bad. And if I'm being honest, ain't like we gonna get Shador or Cam. So unless they're trying to make some trades
Hey,
out here, I don't see another option.
hey, y'all can always do that reunion.
Listen, I wouldn't subject him to that. For some reason, there's something in the water when you pull up to the Jets. Everybody that leave here have good. Sanchez had a better year when he left the Jets. So I'm like, shit. I wouldn't wish it on him.
Hey,
This
hey,
the
bring him back
stock is as
home,
high
man.
as the stock is as high as it's gonna be. I don't know. I don't see a reason to mess around and tank it when you're trying to get paid.
Hey, bring Syndrome from the Incredibles back home, man.
Hell no.
Don't Sam Darnold look like Syndrome from the Incredibles?
That's nasty work right there, bro.
Hey, man, Super Bowl kicking off in a little bit, so let's get through this so we can watch the game. Vengeance Day is next week. That's gonna be crazy. Shit,
Yeah.
when is the Chamber actually? Is that next week too?
March 1st, I think.
It's March.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, they spreading these motherfuckers out.
Damn. Because remember, Fastlane used to be the March pay per view.
Yeah. I don't think they did it this year. The last one was
They ain't did Fastlane in a
22.
minute.
Yeah, the last one was 22. They did it in a hot minute. Or 23.
March 5th. I mean March 1st. I mean, yeah. So my bad. We got a little bit of time for that, but we got Vengeance Day coming up on the day after Valentine's Day, and it's gonna be a decent one, man. We got Fallon Henley versus Stephanie Vicaire for the North American Championship. Who you got winning this one?
I'm taking Stephanie because it just makes sense. It writes itself. I turned around
Yeah.
a lot on Fallon Henley because she was that person that I was just like, I don't really give a fuck what she do. Like that, the gimmick
She
wasn't
was
hitting.
with
But
Briggs and them.
yeah. Now we done messed around and got what was it before? Great value toxic attraction. And
Right.
now whatever it's called now, it's like, okay, whatever. But like Mandy did before her, she taking the most advantage of it and is doing the most for her than anybody else. JC Jane is just there. I don't even know who the other shorty is, but she got to take this L though. It's about that time.
Yeah, I got Fallon Henley winning because I saw something I wasn't too sure about what the fuck was going on. But Stephanie Vicaire was in the parking lot just getting interviewed, and then like Lola Vice just like starts walking up and like looks at her and walks past her,
I did peep
and
that.
then Steph is like, "Bitch, what the fuck wrong with you?"
Right.
So like that, I am a little bit like, "Yo, family, I don't know. I do not know. It's looking bad. It's not looking good." So
Yeah,
I think Steph gonna have to take
sure.
that L this one time, and then she'll get it in Vegas.
Lola gonna get in some business that don't belong to her.
Listen, hey, listen. I understand though, because like she was the Latin flavor in 2024, and then Steph just came in and shut all that shit down.
Listen, bro, she got to understand HBK is out here on the recruiting trail, and he know what people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it.
Tough break, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Quality is major, but you ain't gonna be the only one walking around there.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, we got Julia versus Bayley versus Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's title. Who you got?
This is interesting.
And we all got Julia.
Yeah, because I seen something that said Roxanne is supposed to be on Raw.
Yeah, I think she's in a chamber qualifying match versus Raquel.
Yeah. So I mean, y'all just kind of gave this away, basically. Bayley's she qualified already, or she's getting ready to qualify. She got a match.
That is Googleable. Give me a second, because I'm not sure actually. I want to say she did qualify. Oh no, she has not qualified yet. So no.
Yeah.
So far it's only Liv, Bianca, and Alexa.
But it's like I know she has a
facing
match
Lyra.
Supposed to be. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like y'all basically gave away the answer. Like as crazy as it would be, throw a monkey wrench into whatever plans there are. It's like none of them was taking the NXT title in the chamber. Like they ain't gonna do that.
Hey, but listen, Lyra, Alexa, and Liv in the chamber is kind of crazy. Like they all short as hell.
Well, then that just
and you
tells you
potentially adding Roxanne into the mix too. Like
that tells you what's gonna go down. You're gonna see a lot of people flying in that box.
Man, that might be crazy. Bianca just throwing everybody around.
Because Alexa first time in there, she was going crazy.
Dog, bro. I'm like, dog, you tripping with these bumps you was taking. I'm about to watch that match back actually. I was kind of concerned for her. But yeah, it's neither here nor there. We got Obafemi versus Grayson Waller versus Austin Theory for the NXT championship. I'm glad they remembered that they were doing a breakup story last year, and then they just forgot about it, and then they remembered again.
Hey, fans don't forget.
Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Right.
We potentially might have Trick getting added to this match too, making it a fatal 4-way.
I'm trying to figure out what they're waiting on. For real.
I don't know. I have no idea. But I got Oba winning. Obafemi winning. I was watching Black Panther last night too. Thought about Oba. But yeah, I got him retaining. I don't see him taking that L. But Ava, she got a lot on her plate. Because we also probably more than likely are gonna get the young OG Javon Evans versus Ethan Page in a grudge match. This man threw the wire for real. Ava suspends Javon Evans because he wanted to smoke back.
Yep.
But said if you cleared, then you'll be able to compete. But like that's what Tupac said, right? Instead of trying to help a nigga, you destroy a brother. Didn't Tupac say that?
He did.
Ava, you a black woman too, so that line applies for real. Because that line was about a black woman. And a black woman in authority trying to hold a nigga down.
Let's get it together.
He just trying to do his. Come on, fam. Listen, I heard something as well. They said they about to have Ava getting into the real nitty gritty though. Like we know who her daddy is.
Oh yeah, so yeah, of course.
They said she about to take on that persona a little bit. Listen, some of them people down there got her fucked up, so I get it. Like
right
between her and Nick Aldis, I don't know who was more fed up.
Yeah, it's getting a little insufferable at times, so I understand.
Shout out to Ava.
Facts.
My bad, man. These allergies on some bullshit this week.
Hey, listen.
Fucking dust storms, man. So like, I was dying trying to do cardio this week. Oof. Like, cause like I ain't no bitch, so like I'm gonna do my cardio. But boy, I had to stop a couple times. I was on elliptical. Man. Like, hold on, let me catch my breath real quick. Get a drink.
Yeah,
so I've been real congested, so my bad. I might sound a little crazy.
I just came out the gym. Like I don't get to go as much because this schedule will be crazy. So it's like I get in there now and I just be like running through this shit. So
man,
I was dying after a minute.
Yeah, I was on elliptical yesterday, just struggling, family. I was like, yo, I'm literally in the gym. I'm just like, let me see what Target got for some shower steamers or something to help me clear this bitch. I dead ass just stopped in between sets and just started looking up something that could help your boy out. But we good, Put a little Tiger Balm. We cleared it up a little.
Hey, listen, that is the moment I found out I was old for real.
Listen, yeah.
When the first time I went to the store and bought those, I was hanging my head in shame. Like, we here now.
Man, I got every strength level too.
Right.
Like, I don't need that extra strength today. But shit, tomorrow I might need it.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the unction.
Right?
And then shout out one more time to my esteemed Los Angeles Lakers. Luka got introduced, man. Luka Doncic, the GOAT. I never called him the GOAT before last week. He should be debuting on Monday, though. So like, he ain't played yet.
Yeah, we got some time.
And then we made another trade on before the deadline on Thursday for Mark Williams, the center. Because we got rid of AD, so we needed some size. And I'm at Prize. I shout out to Prize Style Pro. Hit they show up last night downtown Las Vegas. They got some stuff coming up for WrestleMania week as well. So be on the lookout for that. But I'm at the show and I look at my phone. Shams Charania from ESPN.
Yep.
Simply tweeted, and then all the other Laker reporters just came out right afterwards. The Lakers have rescinded the Mark Williams trade.
Damn.
I'm packing the air, this gas what?
These peasants, you peasants.
The Lakers had rescinded the Mark Williams trade. The reason that they proposed a condition of the trade was not satisfied. Usually that means somebody failed their physical. So this ain't for the Lakers. I love my Lakers now. Look, I was kind of embarrassed to say I was watching their games earlier this year, but now they my guys. But this is for the Charlotte Hornets. I'm gonna need y'all to bring that ass here, boy. The Charlotte Hornets are this edition's peasant of the week. Because these guys, they were negotiating in bad faith because they tried to trade somebody to us who failed their physical. I feel like y'all had to know it was a little bad.
Oh, yeah, that was a setup.
Like, they was negotiating in bad faith. It was reported after the trade had went down that they had approached the Lakers for the deal. So y'all came to the Lakers trying to sell us a piece of junk ass car. You know what I'm saying? Like, this car gonna break down as soon as I lead a lot.
Trying to hustle some hustlers.
Bruh, we the ultimate hustle. We just got Luka last week for nothing.
Right.
For AD and nothing else. Like, a pick. No. And then they put out this PR statement. They said in the PR statement, he was aggressively pursued by the other team.
That's the paper. That's cap. Totally cap. That means lie.
That came to the Lakers. Like y'all still mad that y'all gave us Kobe for an old ass Vlade Divac years ago? Like, is that what y'all mad about? Y'all had to try to get over on us this time? It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Listen, I expect nothing less from a team that gave the max to a nigga who should be in jail right now. They did.
Oh man, we have to bring that up.
I didn't have to. I'm just saying. Hey, them starter jackets used to be fire though in the 90s. I used to love me one of them. I had the starter jacket. I had the snapback. I was a Hornets fan. I had no idea what the fuck the Hornets were.
Right. I gotta find those, man. Those used to be
some
slappers.
Hey, listen, y'all. I will take y'all off the Peasant of the Week alumni list if y'all let us get LaMelo Ball.
All right, you done go too goddamn far now. We ain't about to do all. They ain't about to do all that.
Hey, let us get LaMelo after LeBron retired, man. So everything be good. LaMelo and Luka.
Y'all already this past week, y'all done already had David Stern doing tumbles in his grave.
Hey, somebody brought that David Stern Ouija board and said, "Hey, get that Mark Williams shit out of here."
Right. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, y'all know damn well he'd have been looking at this shit like, "Oh, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all better send all this shit back
over my dead body." Shout out to David Stern, man. Hey, let's get into this week in wrestling history real quick. Happy birthday to Brian Cage, Dory Funk Jr., Isla Dawn. Ironically, we'll talk about her in a little bit. Marty Jannetty. Kerry Von Erich would have turned 65. I believe that is. Right. Chris Sabin. How many Super Bowls he won? I think he just won one Super Bowl. Oh, let's Google. This guy's a WrestleMania main eventer. He also won a Super Bowl. And he also won an MVP.
What year?
Two-time Super Bowl champion. Lawrence Taylor. Happy birthday to Lawrence Taylor. I think the only person to win an MVP and a Defensive Player of the Year in the same year. Main event at WrestleMania 11 versus Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, it's the one that I don't watch back.
Yes.
It is
sorry, I don't.
It's like you can't have a one-match card and that match be something that only
I know it's Lawrence Taylor.
Section people want to see.
Major name, I get it, but
like like those people who just come out of and just watch WrestleMania and don't watch any other wrestling. Those are the people that are watching that shit. People that watch on a regular basis is looking at this like, okay, what you got going on here?
And they started the angle at the Rumble. Bam Bam got eliminated, and then Lawrence Taylor was laughing at him, and then Bam Bam just crashed out.
Then the worst part about that is it's like it did nothing for Bam. Like you do something like this, is you supposed to use that as a platform to push him up. Like Damian Priest a couple years ago, him and Bad Bunny do that match, and Damian Priest had the rocket ever since. Bam Bam did this with LT and was like, another big guy that didn't pan out. Like, that's a bad look.
It is what it is. Speaking of Damian Priest, happy birthday to him as well this past week. Madison Rayne, former Knockouts champion in TNA. Connor Hikuleu, Classy Freddie Blassie, was born 107 years ago. Damn. That's crazy. 107. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to the Big Show.
Well,
Jim the Anvil Neidhart would have turned 69. Sensational Sherry would have turned 67. Happy birthday to Medusa / Alundra Blaze. And then Shelly Martinez. I remember Shelly Martinez, ECW.
Oh, you damn right I do.
it feels so good.
This week in wrestling history, Andre the Giant won his first and only WWF championship. Sold it to Ted DiBiase 2 minutes later.
Oh man.
The title got vacated because you can't just give the championship to somebody. Ted DiBiase was never officially recognized as champion, and he eventually lost the tournament final to Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 4. 1989, speaking of Macho Man Randy Savage, the Mega Powers imploded. There's lust in his eyes and in his black heart. Oh, yeah.
You got lust in your eyes for Elizabeth, brother. I know you do.
Hey, listen. He warned us in 1989.
Oh.
About what type of man that guy was.
I tell you what, all the shoot promos that people get, we needed one on Randy Savage like 5 years ago, for real. Man. Like, tell all everything.
Facts. 2001, the OG XFL had their opening day. The Las Vegas Outlaws defeated the New York, New Jersey Hitmen 19-0. XFL, of course, only played one season. Grand opening, grand closing.
Man. If it wasn't for WWE, Vince would be the same type of businessman that Donald Trump is, low key.
Yeah, he would have filed for bankruptcy.
Oh yeah, for sure. He done said it. He leveraged everything on Mania. If that flops,
he did.
There's the bankruptcy right there.
Right, that's true. Put all his money into that.
Yeah,
that was a good gamble.
For sure.
That was a good gamble. 2016, Bryan Danielson / Daniel Bryan is forced to medically retire. Would not be cleared again for another 25 months. Shout out to Daniel Bryan. Also in 2016, this is crazy. You ever heard of Axel Rotten back in ECW?
Axel Rotten. What? Who was that?
Yeah. He was in ECW. Pretty. I don't want to say a big name, but he was notable. Back in ECW, he passed away from an apparent heroin overdose in a McDonald's bathroom in 2016.
I'm sorry. This ain't something to laugh at. You doing dope in McDonald's bathroom. Like, I don't know a bigger cry for help. Like, where was your friends? Where was your family, sir? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Y'all forgive me.
I saw that and I was tripping. I was like, hold on, fam.
Yeah. Y'all forgive me for laughing. That's fucked up, but
hey, this dude did start bust up laughing. That shit was crazy. Bruh.
The context, the details
I
of
was
this,
like, this boy is about to do some trifling ass nigga shit, and you did not disappoint.
Oh man, y'all know, because
crazy.
you know how like you hear certain shit and you just automatically put the images in your head. Like that's
Yeah.
all I did, and I'm just like, damn, that's bad.
Yeah, it's all bad. RP them. Then 2019. Super Bowl Sunday, man. We had halftime heat in 2019, man. Bring that back.
Yeah.
Bring that back.
Yeah.
Halftime heat live from the Performance Center. Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Patrick Clark Jr. defeated Adam Cole and DIY.
That's an interesting pairing.
Yeah. That was a time like Johnny Gargano had fake turned heel.
Oh yeah.
So he can get that one over on Ciampa.
Right.
I think that was it. Yeah, I want to say that was it. Yeah. Bring that back, man.
Yeah.
Y'all could have had it this year.
Those was fun, man. Especially if you got some mid halftime show that I don't want to watch, which is a lot of the time. Give me some change channel too. Shit.
They said we trying to watch Kendrick too, man. We trying to do that shit.
Right.
I understand. Hey, let's get into this royal address right quick, man. We had some releases in the WWE this past week.
Yeah.
Let's name off some names here. I might be missing some people. Duke Hudson, Cedric Alexander, AOP and Paul Ellering, Sonya Deville, Isla Dawn, the Good Brothers, Giovanni Vinci, Blair Davenport, and this one came out right before we went on. Elektra Lopez.
Oh. God damn. How you doing?
Bullshit.
How you doing me like that, man?
Man,
I'm watching
I'm
where
just run down. Facts. Even if it's on the internet, if you know what I mean. Like everybody else.
Look, gotta do what I gotta do. I ain't gotta tell nobody. I'm just gonna make an executive decision on the fly. That's it.
Facts. Big facts. If you know, you know. I'm just run down some things here from some of these people, man. Duke Hudson, he I want to say he came around 2019. So he's been around for a minute. Had a gang of gimmicks. Y'all remember they put him with MVP for like a week during COVID?
Oh, what? I think I do remember. That was before he paired up with Bobby, though.
It was like 2 weeks before they just put him with Bobby. It was like, this makes more sense.
They just had him like, managing one random guy after another. And it was just like, all right, listen, you and Lashley is the money. So let's do that.
So he did that. And then he did some other shit for a minute. Didn't really catch on until Chase U. And now Chase U is no longer a thing. It's kind of out there. But listen, he's pretty young. I don't think he's that old. And he has enough time
Andre
to...
Chase.
Yeah, if Andre Chase wasn't out here just leveraging the financial future of Chase University, these people would never be in this position.
I said he did more damage to a university than Sandusky.
Okay, I'm moving on. Cedric Alexander, was actively involved in NXT, so I don't really understand him getting let go because he was on TV. But listen, Mustafa Ali was in a title program and they let him go. So
Yeah, that was crazy as hell. But he been working with Javon, right?
yeah, he's been working with Young OG.
So why you know what? I ain't gonna go ahead.
Hey, said go to TNA, man.
Hey.
And I'm gonna tell you to go to TNA because Pepperidge Farm remembers, and I'm sure you do too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna elaborate what I'm talking about. Let's move on to the next one. The Authors of Pain and Paul Ellering. They made very minimal impact. They were dead on arrival, I think, because neither them nor Cross had any heat that was built up when they put them together. So it was just like, just put a bunch of heatless people. Listen, I'm going to be critical right now of Triple H and his booking because this is the case for a lot of people. Heatless, and we think we just throw somebody with no heat in a pot. You got to turn the stove on, bro. If you gonna check that water, you ever go to boil some water and you forget you ain't turned the dang stove on? You come back and the water just flat. The water is not even room temperature no more. It's just cold.
Got you feeling all dumb and shit. Like, oh, me just going.
You got to turn the burner on, fam. We did not turn the burner on with AOP the whole time. One, they were back for like a year. They were signed for a year.
Mm-hmm.
One of them dudes got hurt as usual because them niggas was hurt all the time the first time. Yeah. So they didn't debut for the longest. And then when they did debut, like put them into some bullshit with Bobby and the Street Profits, killed their heat. Street Profits just now getting their heat back.
Right.
And they feuded what, last year at Mania?
They did. I think, and that was the case with a couple of these dudes too, because Gallows and Anderson stay hurt about something. And then you got AOP, and I think Blair was even hurt at one point. So Sonya just can't. Sonya had her first major injury. She had came off that a few months back, but yeah, a lot of that was most of this group. But
let's talk about Sonya real quick.
We just died down a lot after having some good runs in NXT, which is, I don't know how that happens when you the guy that booked NXT when they was hot, and now you running the main show and it's not. I don't know how this is working, but yeah.
Sonya Deville, man, Pure Fusion Collective sucked, and it did not do her any favors. It didn't do any favors to any of the three. Like I like all of Pure Fusion Collective individually. As a collective, no. They sucked. It
wasn't even just the name. The name was just the punctuation on how bad all of it is. I get sick and tired of when you don't know what to do with people, you just throw them together and hope that collectively they will get some of that heat. It's not going to happen. You haven't fixed the one. Like the only one who maybe had a shot to come out of this was Zoe, because you dropped the ball with whatever you tried to do with Sonya. She was more heated up like 4 years ago coming out the Thunderdome era than she is now. And I don't have time to get into what y'all did to Shayna Baszler, and I'm still pissed about it. But I have some hope. And I'll say why in a little bit, but go ahead.
I have some hope if I don't see something that she got released to. Because I'm waiting on that. If she clear in the next few weeks, then yeah, I'm going to get some hope back. But right now, I am I don't want to say I'm pessimistic, but there's zero optimism there. Yeah. So Isla Dawn. Whew. This one hurt me. This one had me doing the Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, right.
To quote the cousin of a certain women's champion in wrestling right now, have you ever tried to find the words and they don't come out right? Have you ever? Have you ever? Like, one, they gave her a little pity win last year, like in her home country, and then had her drop the belts immediately after her. Like, what was the point of that? And then, like, didn't we just get 2 new championships for the women?
Right.
Like, why are we releasing women who could be competing for these? I thought Sonya was going to get an IC title shot eventually. Because it was like they were kind of building to her eventually getting that. What happened?
And on top of that, that makes me scared for Kaylee Ray.
Yeah, also.
Which
But I feel like
that
they
would
like
be
her more anyway, though. But
yeah, I'm not saying it'll happen, but like that would be more egregious than anybody else on this list because she was your longest reigning women's champion across any of your
ever
shows, entities.
We don't count Moolah,
anything.
so ever. She's the longest reigning women's champion ever in WWE.
Right.
I'm not counting Moolah. But I think she should be okay. There was a time I was calling her the best wrestler for the women in the company, and nobody knew about it.
She was. As far as I'm
gonna need them to fix that and show that a little bit more now. But again, I'm gonna give it a few weeks because I'm not that optimistic about anybody sticking around. The Good Brothers.
I have a solution, but we good.
Can wait on it. The Good Brothers. I'm not gonna say much about them outside of they'll forever be Kevin Nash trophy considerations every single year. That's all I'm gonna say.
They'll be picked up before the second quarter. Don't worry about it. So what second quarter ends?
Yeah. Giovanni Vinci. I'm not surprised on this one, but there was zero reason that they took him away from NXT when he had that Italian Playboy gimmick, and it was like really, really starting to catch on.
Yeah.
But you bring him to do that boring Imperium shit again.
I don't
get not showing his personality.
And my thing was, I was okay with him going back with Imperium, but it's like, let him still be him. Like, all right, I'm with y'all, but I got my own thing too. Like, you don't got to kill the traction I was trying to get. But y'all said, no, it wasn't good. I guess if they don't get the reaction that they're looking for, they just say, all right, scrap it. But it wasn't being.
But like, they brought the gimmick back and then put zero effort into it, had them losing matches in 3 seconds. Like, what was the point?
I don't know.
Hey, I'm not the 2-time Booker of the Year, though. Who else we had here? Electra Lopez, that just happened. And damn.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
It is. It is. For a bunch of different reasons. Now, in ring, she wasn't the greatest, so I get it, but like
still, it wasn't wrong with she was with Legato. Like you could just have her in the group. And,
but that's my thing though. Like these groups, they have managers. Legato, she was supposed to be their manager.
Right.
What was she managing? She was just there.
Yeah.
Like she didn't talk. Santos cut the promos. And that's another thing. Like Paul Ellering was there just collecting the check. He's supposed to be the manager. He come to be the manager to somebody that already had a manager. And Scarlett being the manager, she don't even get to be the manager. She don't talk really often. Like Cameron Cross is the talker. What's the point of him having two managers and he talking most of the time?
And they were at one point. Like I remember, like when AOP first popped up on NXT, I thought that Paul Ellering was talking at least a little bit back then.
He was.
But then they stopped doing that. And Scarlett can talk. Scarlett can wrestle. So
she don't do nothing. I don't know.
Like,
well, she talks sometimes, but like I don't see her wrestle.
Yeah.
And then last person, Blair Davenport. She was very instrumental. Yeah, she sucked. But she was very instrumental in speaking out against the pay gap in wrestling back when she was Bea Priestley a few years ago. So for more info on that, Google I fucked up the joke. Goddamn.
We good.
For more info on that, Google Bea Priestley speaking out and see what you find.
Hey, you could just roll with it. It still would have hit.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'll fix that in post.
Yeah, we good. We good.
What else we got?
So I don't know why people feel the need to keep putting personal business out there, but for those who aren't in the know or living under a rock, Charlotte and Andrade broke the knot that they tied. But they had separated months ago, so this was already a thing that was going on.
And that's why his ass don't be on TV.
I mean,
I figured they broke up a long ass time ago because like Charlotte Flair was having them single women post just randomly back like last summer.
Mm-hmm.
You know them single women post when a woman is freshly single.
Yeah.
And she start posting the marketing pictures. You know what I mean?
Look, I said it when she started doing it. I'm like, that's weird.
Because her and Andrade used to post all the time, you know,
exactly.
doing some freaky shit, freaky ass niggas.
Uh-huh.
Stop seeing that.
Look, at
started
some point,
showing less and going out more. And
at some point in time, you're gonna get sick and tired of thrusting hardwood floors. So I guess he just kind of understood the assignment. Because they said they filed in June and it got signed off in October. So it's been a minute.
They filed in June in my timeline about when she started posting them single woman pictures.
Exactly. Yep.
Hey, this dude said hardwood floors. He been on some shit this episode, ain't he?
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just telling you what I see, bro. Like she came back less enhanced than she did. It seemed like she just been blowing up and taking air out, putting air in, just on and on and off. I don't know what's going on with her, but now it just look like she a little malnourished. I ain't gonna hold you, but you do what you do. She's an athlete. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I do like she lost a little bit of mass though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm just looking at it from a male's perspective. That's
Ric Flair's daughter, man. That's Ric Flair's daughter. I think Ric Flair always talked about how insecure about himself that he was. I think that might be. I'm not trying to theorize or nothing, but that might be the case with Charlotte. She might feel the same way, which is how we get here. So that's why I personally try not to comment on her that much. But I see y'all on the internet going crazy, talking about her face, talking about all it. Like, dang, bro, like you don't gotta comment on it all the time. Y'all gotta comment on every single thing, bro. We observe it. We see it.
We can keep some of that in our heads. Like I said too when I saw her, I'm like, damn, she gonna have a whole lot of work done to her face. It's unnecessary. But I ain't going on to say it like y'all.
Yeah. Y'all tweet it directly to people. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. What else we got?
And that's not the last time I'm gonna bring y'all up, but
oh yes. Ooh.
Yes.
You seen the group chat, right?
Yeah, why what's up?
You seen the shit the AI video with Jey Uso?
Oh man.
That falls into what you about to talk about. I'll wait to bring that up.
It does. So yeah, we're gonna touch on it. Speaking of people not their contracts, we got a little stud over there at TNA. That's his contract is getting ready to expire in this year. Little Josh Alexander, former world heavyweight champion of TNA. Yeah. You know what the deal is, bro.
Come on, man.
You know what we trying to see. We got some names lined up. It ain't gonna take long.
Come on now.
Just pull on through. That's all. So Nikki Bella gets on her show. Fresh off the hype coming out in the Rumble.
She got a podcast, don't she?
She do. And she had a message for us, the fans. And she said to keep it locked on Netflix, and you might see some more Fearless Nikki. Not only that, she's letting us know that we might just see some Brie mode getting activated soon, hopefully. But more to come on that pretty soon. I mean, I
thought I had the Brie mode shit on here. I do not. I was about to play that.
But yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's about damn time. We done had a tag team women's division for I don't know how long. Now we got a mid card. Listen, go crazy. Y'all got kids now. Y'all did everything y'all had to do. Just come on back and have some fun. Honestly, I think they need that.
They should.
Like the juice that you could get off of having both of them come back is like that's worth it in itself. Jay Uso was chatting with Daniel Cormier. And you know, everyone gets asked in big moments the question, "Oh, when did you know? When did you find out?" But they told he said like halfway through Saturday they told me that they said we need the last four to come in here and to see who's with me. And if you remember who the last four was, it was like, hey man, they told him what was going on. You know, he's like, yo, I figured not one person in that arena gonna think it's gonna be me, but that was the swerve. But yeah, he was hyped, dope. Usually that's how it goes. Hard. You know, you find out the day of, keep it close to the vest to keep the excitement up. You know what I mean?
He's been on a little tour. He was on
sure.
Club 520. Shout out to Jeff Teague finally getting wrestlers on. Took long enough. Man.
Hey, listen. I shout out to him, but that we could have did that. God damn it.
Yeah, because you know who Jeff Teague podcast is. The network is on over,
exactly. Y'all could have just signed a wrestling podcast, and you could have all these wrestlers. I'm telling you right now, Mania week, we could be cleaning up.
I'm working on something.
So. Okay.
I'm working on something.
I'm gonna stand down. I'm staying down. Hey, say less. I'm gonna stand down. So we hit a kind of a snag when Charlotte came back. Moving back to that, because she came out and y'all something else for real. She came out and she was trying to like just talk. She wasn't trying to be in character. She was just trying to talk to y'all because it's been a long ass year for her. She started talking and y'all just started just shitting on everything that was coming out of her mouth. So
she said,
credit to her. Yeah, credit to her. She caught it on the fly and said, I bet. So I'm gonna just get back with y'all on that. But yeah, basically that led to kind of a change in direction because she was supposed to be a face coming back. Because, you know, she's supposed to be working with Tiff at Mania. Tiff's, you know, still going as the heel. So we were just going to, I don't know how it would have worked out well, but that was the plan. And obviously things got changed up a little bit. So she's going back to her roots where she's best. You know, she's never been a good face like that, to be honest.
No, she has not.
But it makes sense anyway, because I think flipping Tiff to be a face is going to be better anyway, because we don't want to boo Tiff. It's not believable for us to boo Tiff.
Nah, I love Tiffany. Tiffy time.
Man. Hey, Seltzerverse love being wrong. I big enjoy. Facts. I enjoy when they fumble. Because y'all been talking about how Rock supposedly isn't going to be wrestling at Mania. Y'all don't have no confirmed sources. Y'all just talk. But these folks get on and they start claiming that they got sources and saying that, Rock is pissed off that these word is going out about him not competing at Mania. Meanwhile, Rock ain't said a word. His people ain't said a word. Nobody backstage has said a word, but y'all know. All right. I'll let y'all have that moment.
No comment on them.
I
love how like them niggas always got to come out after the fact that they were wrong to try to clear up why they were wrong. Like we don't care, bro.
It don't matter. Yeah. Jordan Grace now is with WWE. She's got a 5-year deal taking her through 2029. Apparently, she's not going straight to the main roster. She may be taking a quick stop at NXT before. I don't see the reason for that, but I'm not going to be mad at it either. Especially if Roxanne is leaving, like a couple more are coming up, because I think I saw something like some of these releases were to make up for the call ups that are coming up to the main roster. So, Roxanne is going. I would expect Trick is going, and a couple other names too. So I won't be mad, but don't keep her there long. Like, do what you got to do and get her out of there. Because we got agendas to push. And
What else?
Bayley been saying, finally said something that we've been saying for so long. She been doing some media this week, and she said, "Listen, I want to see Evolution 2, because there's more opportunities. There's more opportunities for women to be showcased than there's ever been. Now's the perfect time. We got more girls than ever." And she said you could do a back-to-back 2-night show if you wanted to, like Mania. I agree. Between and same thought process I had. You got NXT's women's division, Raw and SmackDown. Now you got a partnership with TNA. Like, all these new championships. Like, what's up? That's my paraphrasing, but that's literally the quote that she says. But it's like, hey, I'm how many times we done said it? Same deal. Like, let's stop bullshit. Let's make this thing happen, man.
Tired of saying it, man.
Oh,
hey, they actually singing the black national anthem at the Super Bowl. This is probably the last year they do that, but I'm surprised they doing it this year.
What else is new? And now, of course, I have to address y'all again. Because for some reason, a woman that is not from this country came over here, pursue a dream, has been doing that successfully for years, has to tell y'all motherfuckers to leave her the fuck alone. Talking about Asuka, had to get on Twitter, X, whatever y'all call it. She sent multiple tweets out about how she's receiving unwanted advances from fans romantically that she wants to stop immediately because it's pointless. If you're not interested, get off her line. And
not the fact that somebody got to come out after what happened to Sonya Deville a couple years ago.
Oh my God.
And somebody else got to come out. And then I remember Asuka lives in Las Vegas. I remember when she was like posting about that a couple weeks back, and she's like talking about like people coming up to her, like she's scared, people coming up to her in person because they don't know, like she don't know their intentions, stuff like that. There was a few years back. This is when I found out Asuka lived in Las Vegas. There was a few years back a shooting on the strip in the mall, like not like a mass shooting, but it's like shots fired. Probably niggas being niggas, and Asuka was there and was like tweeting about it, and I was like, "What's Asuka doing there randomly on a Tuesday?" And that's why I found out she lived here. So I'm sure like shit like that happening while she's in public probably is something she thinks about. So I can understand, like, stop doing that. Like, I've seen wrestlers out here in Vegas in person before, and I walked past them. I said, I got the confirmation that they were the person, because I'm just shocked that you're here in public right now. I get the confirmation that they are who they are. I say, what's up? Might give them a fist bump, whatever. I go on my fucking way.
Yeah.
Y'all just be running up to people. Like, stop that, bro.
I learned that. I learned how to keep it cool like that with my moms, because we was out here. We was over in Jersey. This was years ago. I was little. And we walked past Wendy Williams, and my mom was like, "Hey," like on some little shit. I went back and I seen that big ass jaw, and I'm like, I didn't realize who she was talking to at first, and now I turned around and see him. Like,
y'all hear him?
No, I hear that. But now I turned around. I didn't know who she was waving at first, and I looked back and I seen. I was like, "Oh, that's what you know." So he's like, "Yeah. We're trying to make no attention, nothing like that, because we don't need to do all that." I'm like, "Okay, that makes sense." And it's like, as an adult, you grasp that concept, because these are still people. I think that's where they get lost in all of it. Like, y'all keep the objectification and everything else that y'all got going on because y'all see stars on TV. They're still people. And
Mhm.
Point out again, she's not from here. Like you just said, she don't know what people's intent are because she don't know none of y'all because she ain't from here. Unless you are a co-worker, a peer, someone from the business, she don't know none of y'all or what y'all are about. But the fact that she got to come out, send one tweet out, then she had another one because it didn't stop. She said she had to get people from WWE and TKO involved and all that, and the authorities. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Wow. And then you got people out here making AI videos of them making out with wrestlers. Married wrestlers at that.
Wow, like this. This is the second
And
time in
then
2
being
months.
completely unapologetic about it when confronted. Like, obviously, people listen. We need to bring shame back, and so I'm proud that shame is like starting to slowly be like reintegrated into our society. Like, for all the things that we're reverting back to that aren't good, I'm glad shame is one of those things that we're reverting back to, because every single comment was just calling this chick weirdo.
Good.
And I appreciated seeing that. But like, she was so unapologetic about it. And I'm like, yo, y'all don't need to have Jey Uso entering through the crowd no more, honestly.
Probably not.
For all that shit. like we might need to put a stop to that. Because that was some weirdo shit.
It's a shame because like it's been hitting and it's good.
Yeah,
like it's unfortunate that this isn't the first time we bring this up, because if you go back as far back as 10 years ago when the Shield was walking in through the crowd, you would hear stories from Seth and them talking about how like Roman would be getting grabbed up and shit like that. Like, y'all are in public on it.
You know what was crazy? Back then, the Shield used to have so many like teenage stands on Twitter, like the Tumblr stands. Like Dean Ambrose had stands. Can you imagine? Like, you can look at John Moxley right now and be like, yeah, bitches used to throw themselves all over John Moxley back in the day. You wouldn't believe it looking at him now. But no, John Moxley used to get bitches thrown at him.
That's crazy.
That ain't crazy. Look at that nigga now. It would be unbelievable. But that's the truth. That's what happened. And like, I remember, you remember back, shit, when was this? This is when CM Punk was champion during like the 400 days. I think he had turned heel already.
Yeah.
And like, somebody chased him through the crowd. And so he's in the crowd. We're live on TV. And like, they just cut the CM Punk and he's just like punching the shit out this fan. Because somebody was grabbing on him. Like, y'all tripping. Y'all need to stop that.
Not Dean,
y'all wild.
That nigga looks like he drinks vodka straight and beats wives. Like, why is that something that y'all?
He was drinking vodka straight. That was the whole problem.
Well, I knew he had a drinking problem. I didn't know what he was drinking, but like, just judging.
I think there's like a picture of him like after a match, and he got like a whole bottle and like a cigarette. He trying to redo like this Vader picture where like Vader had a cigarette and like a couple beers in his hand. And he like tried to recreate that after a match in Japan. He had like a cigarette and like a bottle of something. It looked like vodka. I was like, yo, something wrong with this nigga. And I see he would show up like red, flushed face and shit. Like, yeah, he got a little problem. He got a little problem.
It's clear. It's quite clear.
But no, Dean Ambrose, when he used to look like Ed Sheeran, used to have bitches.
That's crazy as hell.
I used to see it. Yeah, I used to see it on Twitter, like during Raw, during SmackDown, whatever. Them girls used to love them some Dean Ambrose. They used to make the little cute gifs of him and shit. You know, the little slow motion gifs they be making of people that they like.
Y'all say men don't have standards.
Hey.
I mean, sometimes we don't, but
nigga, Donald Trump got kids.
Listen, that's what money gets you. That's what money do for you. I can't knock the hustle if he got the bread for it.
He got plural kids. He got like 7 of them motherfuckers.
That's a fact, though.
What else we got? Royal address.
Oh, that's everything. I mean, we good now.
I got one more thing. I want to talk about Chris Van Vliet, man. He been on a fucking roll. He had Penta on this week. He's had the Hardys on there recently. He's had both Mysterios, Kurt Angle, R-Truth,
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley, had Danhausen on there recently, Seth Rollins. Like, he's been going crazy with some of these names, and I fuck with Chris Van Vliet. I've been a fan of him since I think I discovered Chris in like 2017. So I've been subscribed to him since then. And I've always enjoyed his conversations. He's gotten so much better at them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud to see his growth. Like, he's very inspired. But you remember you used to watch Kobe back in the day? And Kobe just be on fire. He'd be like, man, Kobe ain't missing. But then he missed that one shot late and we lose the game.
Yeah, man.
Like that heat check, man. Chris Van Vliet had a heat check this week with Chris Jericho on the show.
What? Oh, hell no.
So you know I wasn't watching that shit.
Hold on, fam.
I wasn't watching it, but
He already had him on like 3 times before.
Yeah, he's interviewed Chris Jericho hella time. But we got a gem of a quote from Chris Jericho. He said, I always loved the concept of the Jericho Vortex that people talk about and how anybody that works with me gets dragged down. Name one. He said, name one.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He said, name one person that got dragged down from working with me. Sure, I can name one person. MJF.
What?
Adam Cole.
What?
Daniel Garcia.
What?
Ricky Starks.
What?
Big Bill Morrissey.
What?
Jake Hager.
What?
Mike Santana.
What?
Ortiz.
What?
Ethan Page.
What?
Brian Keith.
What?
Claudio Castaway starring Tom Hanks.
What? Don't Sammy Guevara in there too.
Sure.
What? Might as well. Oh man, that's funny, bro. What?
Yeah. All right. No more about that. I'm not gonna watch that. I don't care. I have not cared about Chris Jericho in like 4 years.
I can't believe he had that type of audacity. Like, you know, people when they get in front of a camera and just say shit that's so objectively wrong, and don't have no shame about it. That's crazy as hell.
He tripping. What we watched this past week? I watched no wrestling this past week, but I was watching like some YouTube stuff. I seen WWE got the vault page going crazy, and they got like this thing they do. They bring people on to like people that you probably are not fucking thinking about to come in and like talk about old matches or like old feuds and stuff. They got Jimmy Wang Yang like talking about when him and Paul London was feuding on Velocity back in the day. He used to have like every Saturday Akio and Paul London in like 2003 just had a fire ass match for like 5 minutes. That shit was fun. So they brought Jimmy Wang Yang on to talk about that. I need to check that out. But they brought the Hardys on a few months ago. I remember Matt Hardy talked about him and Jeff did some stuff for WWE Social. So I'm assuming this is what it was. And they just like talked about their best old matches. Some stuff I heard about before. Of course, they talked about the TLCs and they talked about the tables match at the Garden and the ladder match in Cleveland.
Yeah. That's
like
right.
they talked about that. They talked about the Extreme Rules match they had at WrestleMania, which like I didn't think that was that great, but
it wasn't.
But they one thing they talked about, they was just like, yo, we got some cachet here. They told us to go home, but they was like, no, we got like 2 more spots that we need to do real quick. And they got them 2 spots out the way because they said we've been around long enough. They ain't about the trip. Like, it's the major spot in the match, so we got to get this spot out the way. But it was cool. The Dudleys had one like that too. Mick Foley. So I've just been watching a lot of like random shit on YouTube. I watch Maven all the time.
Yeah. Maven got some good stuff. Maven he linked up with everything.
He do, man. Damn. I bet Taker be like, hold on, fam.
Yeah, like you gonna make me run it back on your ass.
Yeah. But Maven linked up with Perry Saturn recently, man.
Seen that.
Because he said, so you remember Maven had that match with I think it was Christian at WrestleMania, like his first year. He was hardcore
Yeah.
champion.
Right.
And apparently, like, Test was supposed to have that spot on the card. And they told Test he wasn't gonna have the spot. They were gonna give the spot to Maven. Of course, you know, be like, yo, we got this rookie that just won this contest. Like, he ain't really put in no dues like that. Just getting a Mania check over us. Like, of course, people was tripping. So Maven talked about a few videos back how like Perry Saturn was like one of the main guys that kind of had an issue. So like Maven is really transparent about stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too transparent sometimes. But he talked about like guys that he made a whole video about guys that he thought didn't like him when he was wrestling for whatever reason. And Perry Saturn, he said, was one of those guys. And so he's just like, linked up with Perry. And Perry was just like, nah, it was, I wasn't that type of guy. I wasn't, I wouldn't like try to, talk shit on guys and throw them under the bus. But listen, yeah, you shouldn't have been getting nobody shot like that. But I get it. Perry also told Maven that he got shot in the head about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
I did not know that. Yeah. He said he was breaking up a domestic dispute. You seen like two guys who were like beating on some woman, and he got in the mix and he got shot in the head.
Yeah.
So he talked real slow now. Like,
yeah.
Kind of like, there's some obvious brain damage there when you hear him talk. Like, it's not real slow. Like he kind of talks normal, but like you can hear in his speech, there's like some brain damage going on.
Right. Yeah,
that's also coupled with the fact I think he had like some mental issues going on before that. And he also was on drugs too. So he got a Mike Tyson face tat.
I seen that. Like, yo, what? I almost didn't recognize him because of that. Like, yo, what you?
I didn't either. I was like, who's this nigga? I was like, that's Perry.
Yeah.
Perry Saturn used to be swole. Like,
yeah.
Used to look like that one Pokemon. What's that one Pokemon? That's like white and red. It's a ball.
I know what you're talking about.
Perry Saturn looked like that nigga.
Electrode.
Hold on.
Electrode.
It's Googleable.
Shit. I think it's like Electrode or something.
Yeah, Electrode. That's right. Yeah. Perry Saturn used to look like Electrode, bro.
That's crazy as hell. He got white as hell too, because he used to be real tan, or unless that was some spray shit. But
yeah, that boy was orange.
Yeah,
looked like Taz. I remember New Jack said, I knew Taz before he was orange.
Hey, New Jack ain't never lied, so
no. It's some dude that looked like CeeLo Green playing the trumpet right now. I have no idea what's going on. I got the Super Bowl on in the background.
Oh Lord.
Then I watched Undertaker. Undertaker commented about Terry getting booed at the Netflix premiere.
Yeah.
Basically, Taker was just like, tough break, nigga. Like,
yeah,
they didn't boo me. You heard that?
You see what he said about how like Terry tried to hold him back in like the 90s, right?
Yeah, I that came up on my feed after I watched this one, and I watched the whole thing, and he said Terry pulled him into the shower, pause, to talk about their match, and Terry was like, how do you do the tombstone? Just make sure you don't drop me on my head. And then he seen Terry later on that day. They walked past each other, and he said Terry like pointed at his neck just to give him a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
So in the ring, he does the tombstone, and then like soon as he does the tombstone, he's like, brother, you got me.
Yeah. He started doing that Ezel shit. My neck at my back.
Yeah. And he was in there just like, if somebody call my wife and kids, get them on the phone.
Yeah,
so
extra.
Taker don't fuck with that nigga at all.
I don't blame him.
Because they said they watched the tape. Everybody in the back was like, bro, you didn't drop him. Like his head didn't hit the mat.
That's what I'm saying. I watched the tape back.
And Taker was just like, all right, nigga. All right.
I see how you move.
And about About 8 years, I'm gonna drag your ass through the arena on my bike. That's what happened.
Hey, he more and more justified every day.
Big facts. I seen Devon got a YouTube now too.
Oh,
Might
shit.
have to tap into that.
Okay.
All these
Hey, I had
wrestlers
to.
just do content creation and collabs with each other now. It's just these wrestlers have turned into us. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
They got
It's crazy.
podcasts. They out here doing YouTube channel collabs.
Interesting.
Y'all trying to be wrestling fans now. Damn, we can't have nothing.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, y'all, first off,
Y'all
y'all coming
stepping on
late.
our work, man.
Exactly. Y'all late to this party because we've been. This
It's like when Marlo kicked Bodie off the block.
It's going on like 6 years. We've been doing this. Like, listen, y'all gotta wait in line. Damn it, we've been putting too much work in for y'all to just be stepping ahead because you got a name and be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna start a pod and do this thing. Like, nah.
You know what's funny about Maven? I remember when we first started Young Kings Wrestling, like when we first started, when like Malik came to me about it.
Yeah.
And within like the first couple weeks, I'm just like exploring options, doing my research, like thinking about what wrestlers we could reach out to. Like I wanted to interview Jason David Frank so bad, bro. Like that was one of the first people I thought about. But then I thought about Maven. And like Maven is at this point completely off the grid. Like I can't find socials. I can't find no emails or nothing. And so like I came across a post on Reddit like a year before this. And somebody talked about how they had a bad experience with Maven. He was a bouncer in New York. And they tried to like ask him like, just small talk questions about his wrestling career. And he was not interested in talking about it at all. And so like I'm thinking like, damn, that's crazy. But then Maven in his videos will talk about how he used to be a doorman at his friend's bar in New York City. And I was like, oh, I don't think they was lying about that. So now Maven got a YouTube channel and he's proudly talking about what he did in wrestling now. So, I mean, shit, everybody come around eventually, I guess. Even Bruno came back around.
That's true. It took a minute, but
shout out to Maven though. What you watched this past week?
I had to go back and tap into the Thunderdome era because I don't understand a lot of y'all. I don't want to say no in general, but this Jey Uso heat, I don't get it. Like this is or hate rather. This y'all keep on as if this man did not bust his ass. So I went to go myself, and I'm gonna keep tapping in. I'm gonna watch this whole metamorphosis and his whole journey from the start. So I went back to when Roman came back, you know what I'm saying, and started his psychology masterclass on Jay from Night of Champions, which that match was fire. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Utilizing the quiet in the Thunderdome to do the in-match promos, and that whole story was fire. Then I watched Hell in a Cell last night, which was the icing on the cake to it. And it's like, I don't understand how y'all can't see. That's 5 years worth of work that he did to get to this point. And y'all gonna sit up here and just trash him getting the fruits of his labor? Hell no. Y'all got to miss me with that bullshit. My man done earned this 10 times over. It's nasty, man. Y'all got to do better.
I agree. Shit. What else I watched? I watched the Final Destination series this past week. Because a new one coming out, right?
Yeah, I don't think I watched past 2.
I did not remember 4 or 5 until I watched them. And I was like, yeah, I saw this shit. This shit was trash. 4 is definitely trash. 4 was ass. 4 was big booty garbage. But they got the new one coming out, man. You say you don't remember past the second one?
Yeah.
You don't remember the third one on the roller coaster?
I saw a little bit of that. Like, I just didn't really. I wasn't trying to sit through it all. Like, yeah. Because that's the scene that gets replayed the most. They in the roller coaster falling off of that shit. I'm just like,
they got this commercial with Amari Hardwick. He in the Super Bowl commercial. Shout out to him getting that check.
Oh man.
I see you, Ghost.
Yeah.
But no, the first one, crazy. What was the worst death that you remember from the Final Destination movies, bro?
Oh, who's this dude? They like
Warren
something
London
like
too. Shout out to both of them.
something blew up. I think it was in part 2. Something blew the fuck up, and dude was like everybody ducked down, and dude stood up, and like the wire came through and just cut him
Yeah, that was the
all the
second
way
one.
through. That was wild as hell.
Dude got cut into 3 pieces by a barbed wire fence.
Yeah,
Cause
man.
so what happened? So they something happened. They get into an accident and like old boy that played Kyle on Living Single got like a punctured lung during the whole
Yeah,
thing. And then like the chick in the front seat, she driving and like this fucking something just like impales through the seat, misses her head, but
right.
she's stuck in the car. So they had to get the first responders and shit, and they trying to like get her out. This motherfucker accidentally activates her airbag, and then she just gets stabbed in the head with the shit. She's smoking a cigarette at the time. Her cigarette falls, and then like some oil or something has spilled, and so it's just this big oil trail that just sets off this explosion, blows shit up. Nigga gets fucking chopped in 3 pieces by a barbed wire fence. It's very gruesome. Everybody died fucked up. It's all bad.
That's crazy.
I think the worst death for me was in the first one. The very first death after the plane crash. When the nigga gets choked with that clothesline in his shower.
Oh, yeah.
Cause death was
Yeah.
petty as fuck. Cause death takes place in the form of some leaking water that just drips and trails on and follows this nigga around the bathroom. Like that's
Right.
petty as fuck. You was gonna make sure he slipped on that shit.
That's what I'm saying. Oh,
and people
man.
think he committed suicide.
Yeah.
Like I hate that death so much. Like his eyes was bloodshot and shit. I am like that makes me very scared to slip in the bathroom. Like ever since this day, that death, I can't. I have to make sure I have something on the floor when I take a shower.
I'll be scared of that anyway. Okay.
I don't like driving behind trucks that got shit on them neither because of the
man. That alone, like, if you don't see nothing else, that's probably the most memorable thing from that whole franchise is that shit.
Yeah,
because you see that I'm going on the opposite. I'm changing lanes. I'm getting the fuck away from like. I don't care how unrealistic it is. Just get me away. I ain't even trying to take chances like that, fam.
I don't think you've seen the 4th one, but the 4th one, there's a racist dude. And so basically what happened, security guard at the Speedway, played by Michael T. Williamson. I don't think he needed to check that badly. If y'all know who Michael T. Williamson is, he a GOAT. But he don't allow the dude to go in there during the whole crash that just basically tears up the whole Speedway. But his wife is in there, so he's not allowing him to go back and get his wife. The dude racist, calls him the N-word, finds out where he lives, and goes to burn a cross on his yard. But like he ends up like something happens, death makes the dude's truck go on the drive, and he ends up like igniting himself on fire. So he just on fire getting dragged down the street. Very satisfying death because he was racist.
I like
Didn't
that.
feel sorry for him. Yeah,
I'm here for it.
That was fire.
You gonna make
that
me
new one
watch
coming
this
out.
shit.
Yeah, it's on Max. So all of them is on Max. So go check that out.
Oh, they is. That's right. All right.
Yeah, so the new one coming out. I found out Tony Todd is in it. R.I.P. You gotta have him in
shout
it.
out to
he
him.
Basically was in all of them. So
yeah, he's like the
he's
visual,
death, really.
Yeah, the visual representation of it.
He creepy as fuck too.
I mean, look, once he done had played one creeper iconic.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say his name.
Yeah, we not doing that. I'm just saying, once you play one of them roles, you can slot into any one of those for real.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait for that new one to come out. I got that Final Destination paranoia after I did a whole marathon binge. Now niggas scared to go outside.
Oh yeah. Like,
I
especially
was
like
I went to
I'm
go get
over
some
here in
food the
the
other
snow.
day. Yeah, listen. I went to go get some food the other day, and as I'm leaving with my food, this like teenage girl walks in, and she's like having a conversation with somebody on the phone about dying. And I was like, there's some shit that happens in the Final Destination movies right before somebody dies. So I just
Yeah.
like I sat in my car for about I sat in my car complete silence. I literally just had to go up the road to get home, like literally just like right around the corner. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
man, it's rush hour traffic, but my house is right there. All I have to do is just hit this U-turn and I'm good. It had me tweaked a little bit. I'm not gonna hold you.
You was shook
Not
for
gonna hold
real.
you. Yeah, I was. Oh, complete silence in the car. Like,
I understand.
let's make sure everything good over here. But yeah,
Listen. Black people be cautious, man. When
we do.
we see enough crazy shit to just be like, hey, listen, let's not take some chances on certain stuff. You know what I
That's
mean?
white people
Let's
in
just
horror
not do
movies
that.
piss me off.
Oh man.
White people in horror movies, y'all wait for some shit to happen instead of just getting the fuck on. And like, that's been a common trope in horror movies since the 70s. That white people just can't get the fuck on.
Yeah.
How for over 50 years, y'all just can't get the fuck on in these movies when y'all hear some shit. Like,
either they're too nosy and you just walk into some shit that you shouldn't, or you're gonna trip and fall when you run away from shit.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Or you're not gonna
That's
leave in
why
time.
I couldn't really get into that last Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, it was ass. It was ass.
Cause like, what do you mean this black dude is in this rural Texas town? This nigga from Indiana.
That insulted my black intelligence.
Yeah. Outside of that, like,
But it's
sick.
like,
This is a horror movie podcast
that's it.
now. The wrestling's
That's
over.
it.
No, it's not.
Hey,
We got a little bit more wrestling to talk.
We don't want to curse some beef with Matt Riddle. We don't want to do that. But we talked about it on that show.
Yeah,
it was not
for more
a good watch.
For actual horror movie podcast, Getting Off the Podcast, where our friends over at Creation World, go check that out. Back to the wrestling. Thank you for still listening if you're still here. These niggas ain't talking about nothing no more. We 10 weeks away from WrestleMania officially, 70 days, actually 69 days as we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
68 days when y'all hear it. It's coming up quick, man. It's gonna be here before we know it.
I seen them talk about it last night on SmackDown. Like, God damn, bro.
Yeah. You know what I want to see? 10 weeks from Mania at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. You know what I want to see? I want to see Big Jim as the U.S. champion. That's what I want to see. He's been getting more promo time. A lot of single matches lately. Some good TV time too. I could see him eventually finding his lane because he's trying to find his lane, and I think it's working. The crowd's like getting behind him. It helps that his brother is the biggest act in the company right now, so that helps a lot. And helps that they look alike. It helps that he's embracing the yeet now. I think they should have him beat Shinsuke on the road to WrestleMania because y'all probably forgot Shinsuke was a champion.
I did forget.
Have him
beat. Is he still champ?
He's still champ.
Oh shit! Why do I think he lost it?
Probably shouldn't have won it at this point, but
yeah, because I don't know what we're even doing at this point, and that's kind of a problem.
Have him beat Shinsuke on the road to WrestleMania and retain the title at WrestleMania. And you know what I need?
What's that?
You know what I need after that?
What's up?
You remember the end of WrestleMania 20 that we don't talk about?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna need that again.
That would hit harder because you got real brothers.
Yeah. It would be a lot better. And we can actually, God willing, anything drastic happens, we can actually talk about this one for eternity.
Yeah, we ain't even gonna put that out there.
And some other things that have been on my mind, man. I would prefer not to see Johnny Gargano. Y'all know that, right? I talk about Johnny Gargano all the time. I would watch 100 straight Johnny Gargano matches on a show before I'd ever voluntarily want to see Eddy Thorpe in any major programs ever again.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all can feed me 100 straight main events on SmackDown, on PLEs, including WrestleMania. Johnny Gargano can main event both nights of WrestleMania as the WWE champion and win both of them before y'all have Eddy Thorpe close another episode of NXT again. Before y'all have him jumping Trick Williams again.
My thing is, y'all always find a way to play in our face during Black History Month. But this was probably the most egregious version of that ever. Because it's one weekend, and you had this motherfucker who you just said we don't care to see on TV anyway, whipping a black man on national TV.
Nigga, oh my God.
In Black History Month. I don't know why y'all thought this was the move. This is Sean's show. Sean, I don't know what you was thinking on this one. That you said, hey, yeah, that's cool. Let's go with that. You better than this, fam. Like you done ushered in the era of NXT Black Champion, so like you had goodwill, and I'm not saying you lost it, but I'm saying,
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
Never like to see us win. Never like to see us win. Never. Never.
You don't find that suspicious?
I had to get 3 in a row.
You don't find that suspicious?
Hey man, you had to invoke him. You had to invoke him because like y'all tried us. Y'all tried us.
Cut that shit out. I've been asking y'all to cut that shit out. Hold on. I'm gonna go find the first time I said that shit. I'm gonna go find it. It was an episode of NXT. And I said, hey, y'all gotta cut this Eddy Thorpe shit out. November 28, 2023.
It's been
not only have y'all not cut it out, y'all have doubled, tripled, quadrupled, quintupled, sextupled, septupled, octupled down on having this man not just on TV,
amplified it
in major programs, in a world title program. I don't know if it's a world title, but it's the top belt that he can go for right now.
Yeah.
And you know what? I ain't even gonna blame Sean. I'm gonna blame the influence of the others, because Shawn Michaels is not the only producer of NXT. At the end of every episode of NXT, they tell you who's produced this show.
They do, yeah. Them credits.
Executive produced by Paul Levesque, Lee Fitting, Shawn Michaels. I think Shawn might be second build.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're going to let you know this Paul Levesque show for real. And you know what? A lot of things have changed in NXT over the last few months. That like a lot of the stuff I liked about NXT that was kind of clearly Shawn Michaels' footprints on them. Yeah. Handprints, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Taking away a lot of that stuff. A lot of the goofy stuff taken away. We've seen less of a Wes Lee on NXT recently. Because I don't think Wes Lee's going to really do anything when he gets the main roster.
No.
Where's Wendy Chu been at? All the goofy shit kind of been toned down. Chase U is gone. Wendy Chu. Like, that's Triple H right there, bro. Let me find out Triple H called that. Have a black man get whipped.
Had him cut his locks off, Wes.
Man, what's up with that, man? And what we doing with Jade and Bianca and Naomi? What we doing with this? Huh?
I'm trying to be patient with that because I feel like I know what the answer is, but he didn't do nothing at the Rumble. So that's a toss up. We only got to Elimination Chamber, and we know Bianca's in there. I'm venture to guess Naomi gonna make it into at some point, but look, pull the trigger or don't. I just know if Bianca is not in a title match situation at WrestleMania, she needs to be working with Jade. So if that means that Bianca is the perpetrator, spoiler alert, we just need to go ahead and reveal that and get it pushed because we running short.
Yeah.
Time's ticking.
Like, she don't even acknowledge her partner anymore. Like, when the last time she did that?
That's what I'm saying. It's like y'all just boot. I understand. Like we've done things where like somebody stepped in to help defend the championship. That's happened before. But y'all just erased out. Y'all don't even talk about Jade no more. Like, hold on, man.
Like, do she even care anymore? Like, oh shit, Naomi stepped up. I'm good.
That was your girl. What happened?
I mean, maybe that's adding on to whatever they're supposed to be doing, and maybe that's the whole point. But like, then can we have some progress, like that's actually transparent? Like, we don't know what you're doing because like you ain't doing nothing. Right. You're supposed to wait around, like,
yeah,
like give us a reminder every now and again. You know
exactly. Shit, we got to work on, man.
Please.
Hey, but real quick, and I mentioned this too. The hope that I have, right? Because I mentioned this, I forget that we have a women's mid card. And that's where my hope springs a little bit here, because with Sonya going out, obviously PFC is going to be dead. This is your opportunity to do some extreme rehabilitation on all that is Shayna Baszler. And I know I said I gave up hope. This is the last stop I got, unless by the time this airs, something else happens and, we'll have a different conversation. But if that does not happen and we don't hear any more future endeavor letters go out, this is your chance. Lyra Valkyria is a champion. She's a babyface. Shayna Baszler can run it all the way back to, was it like 2016, 2017, when she showed up in NXT and just started blowing shit up. You go find a way to get her into that match. You can do it at Mania. You put her over, put the belt on her, and you're going to elevate this championship. Because honestly, I like Lyra Valkyria. She's not going to bring this title up to the level I think they want to get it to. It always works better with the heel. Shayna can go back to being the heel that she once was, and that in turn is a win-win that levels up this championship. Make it a year. Make it reparations for everything that y'all done did to this woman. Like, at this point, put the belt on her and run that as long as possible. And then, you're going to have prestige with this championship and whoever eventually beats her. But that's my hope. It's my last one. Maybe it happens. Maybe it don't. But I gotta throw it out there. You muted, bro.
My bad. Play as fuck up. Y'all tapped in.
Always.
So let's get that cracking, man.
I'm doing the investigation right now because since you mentioned it. Sheamus, you owe me some bread, brother. You owe me some bread.
What happened?
God, I promise you. March 22nd of 2021. This was right after the match him and Drew had at Fastlane when they was beating the shit out of each other. And I got on here and I said it because this was around the time Vince had said that blasphemous shit about Sheamus. I said, ever since Vince said that shit, this dude done put on banger after banger after banger after banger. And I said it twice. That was on March 22nd, 2021. He would go on to say banger after banger after banger. He put it on a t-shirt like a year later. I need some bread, bro. I need some bread.
Hey,
You said it on TV numerous times, and then you profited off of it. I said it first. I'm just saying, I need some bread, brother.
Hey, what a shame is hear this and hit us with this.
Listening, nigga, what money?
Oh man, I'm just saying.
Hey, man, what else we got, man? I don't have nothing else, man. We about to kick this game off. They're about to do the coin toss.
Big facts. Yeah, we about to get
it's time
going.
for some football, man. Let's
Yes,
plug
sir.
our socials and get up out of here.
Y'all can hit me at ReekHavoc24 on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, you can check out the Havoc Hour, where I talk sports and entertainment on all streaming platforms, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts. The video version up on YouTube. I just uploaded an episode as we were on right now. So by the time this drops, it'll be like just a few minutes shy of kickoff. So y'all can go check that out. Had my dude Ali Al pull up, my old homie from back in the day I started podcasting with. We done chopped it up for a little bit, talked NFL, NBA trade deadline, all that crazy shit that went on, Super Bowl, a little bit of college. So y'all go check that out.
Yes, sir. And I am the thespian TC Fontaine, aka TCF Baby. Please say the baby. Make sure you say the baby. It is imperative that you say the baby. That's the whole point of it. Yeah, follow me at TC Fontaine on Twitter, at TC.Fontaine on Instagram, FOYFlix.com for my photography, and Young Kings Wrestling everywhere at YK Wrestling, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Check us out, man. We out here.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna be back next week with another one. And unfortunately, either the Eagles or the Chiefs is gonna win the Super Bowl. I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, I just have investment in action, not a winner. So as long as the right
no
actions
investment
happen. Oh man.
Hey man.
Hey, next week gonna be wild, y'all. Next week gonna be wild. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We gonna see. We're gonna see how that turned out. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. It'll be fun. Hey man,
hell yeah.
Appreciate y'all for listening this far. If you listen this far, if you didn't, I would roast y'all, but y'all ain't gonna hear it anyway. So it is what it is. We'll be back next week with another one. TC Fontaine, Wreak Havoc. We out of here. Go.